Okay, so I just have to say, we were right, 100% right about everything. When it comes to the new C8 Z06 and the ZR1 and the engines it's coming with and the pilot it's coming with, our previous video that we launched like 3 weeks ago, right before the Corvette was announced, we speculated what was coming out. I just got some proof. We were 100% right. So if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe right now because you don't want to miss out.
What's going on, guys? You're watching Motive News. This is Devon on TurboShotIncredible. A few weeks ago, right before the launch of the new C8 Corvette, we released this video. DOHC for the Zora being launched with a slightly larger 5.5 liter dual overhead cam V8 has some ground to lay its feet. Take this, slap on another pair of twin turbskis, and you'd have yourself the recipe for the next of kin ZR1 flagship model. Talking about the new rumored power plant for the C8 Z06. Well, just like we predicted, it will be getting a dual overhead cam twin turbo V8. This has been confirmed by Chevrolet, along with some other interesting facts. Let's dive in. We know this new dual overhead cam V8 will contain a flat plane crank, much like what you'd see in Ford's Voodoo engine from the GT350R, and much like what you'd see from a Ferrari, though this time with Chevy behind the reins. And we can expect a pair of twin spoolie boys mounted alongside the engine. Now, making the move to a flat plane crank will do a lot for the characteristic change of the V8. Gone will be the low burly growl of the LS in favor of a more exotic, high revving, high pitch, symphonic noise. Just take a moment to revel in the C8R's race car exhaust note. Now, why would GM want to do this with the new C8? Well, for performance, of course. We know this engine was designed to be small and compact and low sitting. Also, the original pushrod LS design is great for low end torque with smooth delivery of power, though it doesn't do very well at high revs. Making the switch to a flat plane crank would normally mean more vibrations throughout the engine's rev range. What did GM do to fight this? Well, they simply lightened all the rotational mass that they could. This means the new dual overhead cam V8 comes with lightened pistons and rods, and probably safe to say the crankshaft will be forged and lightened as well. This new lightened rotational assembly is key to allowing the engine to rev higher while cutting down on vibrations. Another upside to making the switch is it allows GM to tune in more exhaust scavenging, the process of using reflected pressure waves to pull exhaust gases out of the engine, which improves performance and combustion efficiency. Now, this engine was rumored to be a variant of Cadillac's new 4.2 twin-turbo Blackwing dual overhead cam V8. Now, let's not completely write this off, as it still makes the most sense for GM, especially seen as this engine is currently being produced in the Corvette's assembly plant. Coincidence? We think not.
This is really cool. Let me go ahead and start screen capturing this so you guys can see what I'm looking at. I'll put it on screen in the video, and it's pretty amazing. Like the new C8, the Z06 is gonna be bad. It's gonna be crazy, okay? And the ZR1 is gonna be insane, absolutely insane. I can't wait to see them on the street and see what they sound like and see how they perform, because the stats, the numbers are pretty awesome. And I'm actually going to go ahead and build one in the virtual reality simulator I have, just to see if it comes to anywhere close to what this is going to be. Right, this is the spec sheet that I just found. Backstory, I was editing the video you're seeing now and took a break to use the restroom, was scrolling through Instagram, found this post by one of the car pages that I follow. Immediately I was like, I have to put this in the video because we're going up today and this is information that everybody wants to know and should see. So let's just go right into it. Anyway, so we already know, like I spoke about, that this current C7 will be built alongside the C8 for the first 2 years. this proves that theory. As you can see, engine layout, FR, front engine, rear drive, and that's all the way down to about here. So that proves that the current C7 will continue to be being built alongside the C8 like we speculated. That's awesome. So what's that current C7 gonna have? It'll have the same engine, but it'll make a little bit more power at the end of it in the LT5. It'll make 715, the last generation of the C7, which is pretty cool. Probably the Z06 right there. That's pretty cool. What are you doing? Sorry, my cat's being weird. Anyway, let's get into the C8, because that's why we're here, that's why we're making this video. Ignore that. So anyway, right here, aspiration, you've got naturally aspirated, supercharged. So that tells us that's the Z06. Naturally aspirated, hybrid. And then we got the displacement 6.1, so that's the 6.2. So they're going to make a hybrid 6.2 of the C8. That's actually pretty cool. MR drive, so it's going to be, here, let me get the pin on. Right. So we're going to have a hybrid C7 actually. I'm sorry. We're going to have a hybrid of the base 6.2. It's gas. And it'll be making around 469 horsepower at 515 torque. So that's the base model hybrid. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And you can see right here, 6.2 liter. Yeah. So they're gonna make a 6.2 hybrid. That's actually pretty cool. Who is messaging me while I'm trying to film this video? Please stop. Okay. Let me just close out of Facebook actually. Nah, screw that. They can wait. Anyway. So let's get into the new engine. So like we speculated before, the 5.5 liter engine that's going to be built, the flat plane crank engine, is right here. 5.5 liter, 32 valve, 2 TCI. That's got to be twin turbo because NA is naturally aspirated, SC is supercharged, TCI should be, I'm going to guess, turbocharger with an I, some sort of something. I'm going to guess turbocharger. 2 TCI sounds like twin turbos to me. So and we know it's coming twin turbo from the last rumor we heard. So 2 TCI V8, all aluminum, 8 cylinders. The bore is at 97. That's actually pretty big. Does it give it a stroke? It does not. Only the bore. Okay, interesting. Displacement 5498, 5.5 liters MR. So this is going to be for the new C8. Direct injection, gas, no cylinder deactivation. That's actually pretty interesting. Electrification, yes. Oh, this is the hybrid one, okay. And that'll be making about 850 horsepower at 922 torque, and that'll be called the LT7. That's pretty freaking cool, dude. That's pretty freaking cool. Moving right along, the next up, the internal version of that, so 5.5 liter, 32 valves, twin turbo, V8, 97, same. No deactivation, no electrification because it's the ICE. 850 horsepower at 750 torque. So it only loses torque. So that's saying that the hybrid engine is only producing torque. That's actually really cool. I'm very curious to see how that performs and how that handles and how that feels. Moving right along, they're also going to offer a 5.5 version in the naturally aspirated variant. And that one's going to be making 600 horsepower at 620 torque. And that'll be the LT6. So this is more than likely going to be like the Z06. And then I want to say that they're going to offer a Z06 hybrid, which is going to be 750. Wow, it's confusing actually. There's a lot of different variations here that we're going to see a base model C8. We're going to see a base model hybrid C8. We're going to see a Z06, and then we're going to see a hybrid Z06. And then we're going to see a ZR1 and then a hybrid ZR1. And that's crazy that Chevrolet is actually outlaying all those different trims. They really want every possible consumer to get this car. And they're showing with the way that they're planning out how the car is going to be scheduled. Wow, this is crazy. And so going to the craziness, this is all for North America, United States. At the very bottom of the list, not the very bottom, but the craziest build we have is going to be the 5.5 twin turbo you have ICE, so that's just internal combustion engine, if you don't know, at 850 horsepower, 5,000 RPMs, where it makes it, at 750 torque in the LT7. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. So that's got to be the ZR1 right there, and then you have the ZR1 hybrid option, which is going to add another 200 torque almost. Like, that's insane. And then at the bottom, you have a naturally aspirated 5.5 V8, making 600 horsepower again and 620 torque. So yeah, they're definitely going to be offering one of each, a normal ICE engine and then a hybrid, and then normal ICE and then a hybrid, and then normal ICE and then a hybrid. So this is really cool shit. This is awesome. And why is everybody hitting me up this morning? I'm just excited that our speculative video from a couple weeks ago was on point, like to the T. So that's awesome. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of this video. and we'll catch you guys next time. Remember to like this video if you found it useful, share it with your friends because I know that they want to know more about the C8, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more automotive videos. Thanks again. Remember to go out there, do something awesome. Peace.